Oh man, welcome everybody. It's your fam. Hey man, dang, bro. I'm looking. I should have cleaned up a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry about that.
You ready for your
It's
intro?
your boy. Yeah, man. Go ahead, get the intro in, man. I gotta start sharing. We gotta share and all that stuff, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Man, it's your boy Crush. After the most classic verses, the classic verses. It's your boy E Glaze at Hollywood Wild House, baby. Heard, what's happening? Heard,
man. What's up, my dude? What's happening, baby? What's happening?
with the any verses better than yesterday, man?
Dude, man, listen. My heart is full because of last night, dude. Incredible night.
I think people really didn't understand those catalogs they were getting last night. I think people were sleeping, and I know I was one. I apologize for sleeping, but man, Snoop would have me grooving, and X would have me angry, all in the same about the same after back to back songs, man. Because X was, I don't think people didn't know how great of a lyricist X was, Mace. I think they just thought he was just angry, but whoo, man.
It's what I talk about all the time. We have a prisoner of the moment mentality. Dude, the greatness. DMX had a run where he was arguably the hottest rapper in the game.
Yep.
And if you've never seen DMX in concert, dude,
how many albums he put in? Like
he did that year. He did two in 1 year.
It was like crazy. He was putting out albums and writing lyrics. Remember, he said in the part of
"What's good, man? It's your boy Macy Heard."
Oh man, Heard. I'm all in you. Yeah, you know, how you're trying to share. You sharing the wrong thing, man.
Hey man, you gotta make sure the volume down on your devices. I learned the hard way.
It's like, you know how I'm sure your desk look like this too. It's just too much crap going around there.
Right here. Yeah. My desk look like yours. Yes.
So you happy about the catch, official catch today?
I just Erica being petty, bringing up that stuff, man. It was a catch. They said it was a catch. I mean, in the story, there's no need to go back and forth. they missed the call. The Cowboys didn't go to the Super Bowl 2014. I'm not gonna cry with spilled milk.
Yeah, man.
It has nothing to do with me.
Hey man, we got a great show. We just jumping into these topics, man. Where we gonna dig deep, give you our opinion. There's so much going on, so much. Just the world of sports. It's the thing that just
it's back, baby. It's back.
It just keep giving. And the way we do it, we go back and forth. Heard, give me a topic. I give him a topic. So Heard, go ahead and start this thing off, man. What you got for us?
It's Major League Baseball opening day, my dude.
How you feeling, man?
Dude, I have been excited all day. It's one of the things that fueled my workout today because I knew late on tonight after I recovered, after I died and came back alive, because it's Hell Week. Shout out to Coach Reggie Ball Sr., the Fit Fitness. It's Hell Week around there. So
yeah,
what pulled me through the day was to know when I was gonna be able to watch the national pastime, a doubleheader. Dude, dude, I got it going right now. I'm looking at the TV right now, my dog.
We haven't jumped into this yet on the desk, on the table. We haven't jumped into this yet. I haven't had a chance to dig in, but I know this is what you do. This is people for don't know. This is a baseball nerd right here. This is a baseball nerd, Macy.
I love it.
We didn't have a chance to really give, but who do you like this year going into this year? So let's do that. Just give me a quick on American League, National League, with what's going on, with what you know, who you like going into this season, this shortened season.
Dude, the reason you said shortened season is going to be one of the things that's going to drive one of these baseball teams right now. Like today, I really love the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. If you just look at the history of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, They always fade down the stretch.
Okay.
With this 60-game season, they have enough big bats. They have enough good pitching, and their bullpen is very deep. This is one of those years where a Tampa Bay Devil Ray team can make a serious run for the World Series. All the power team, well, that's my American League pick.
Right.
My National League pick, and everybody, please don't take this the wrong way because I really do this. I get in depth with my analysis. Don't none of y'all read more than me. Y'all don't talk to the people I talk to every day. That's being slightly humble, but dude,
slightly
humble, slightly humble. As I forgot to put my grill in, it's sitting right over there. I forgot to put.
I don't know how you keep forgetting. Go keep going though, man.
Yeah. So, National League, dude, I really think the Atlanta Braves are gonna make a World Series run this year. I really do.
I like it because of the shortened season might help them, and I think this is going to be good. You know, everybody's coming back. It's going to be interesting. So you like the Braves and the Rays?
I like the Braves and the Rays, Erica. I know I'm going to call them the Devil Rays because I have an affinity for that Cyrus Stadium down there. I love it down there.
You like Tropicana like that, man? That is it still Tropicana? Did they change the name on it yet?
Let me tell you something. If you ever in Tampa and you got $6, you can go to a Rays game, dude, and ball out.
You know what? I might make that a trip just to go see that bad stuff. You know how they always talk about the good stadiums. I want to see one that's really just like, wow, I can't believe this stadium still here.
It's terrible, dude. It's every seat in the stadium is a bad seat, but it's all good. And Evan Longoria was one of my favorite ball players, man. He didn't get the proper credit that he probably deserved, but he was a New York Yankee killer. Just one more reason I love Evan Longoria. He probably batted about 700 against them dudes. He crushed the Yankees. So I'm forever grateful to him for that.
Did you? Let's talk about some other teams, and maybe you can tell me what your thoughts on them. You know, you already got to talk about the evil empire, and what they got over there. Because I don't know if that, you know, they got some big bats on there, but I don't know about their pitching over there in Yankee land. Well, any other team outside, you know, they got the Astros that's always there in the West with all those teams. Any other teams in the American League that can challenge the Rays, you believe?
Dude, the Astros are gonna make a serious run because listen, as much as we hate the Houston Astros, their lineup is stacked.
Yes, it's just terrible.
From 1 to 7, they batting order is Murder's Row, dude.
Yeah,
it's Murder's Row. They probably got Alex Bregman is probably quietly the best player in baseball.
Yeah,
that, you know, he gets a lot of credit, but this guy is such a phenomenal batter, and when he's in the field, Houston gonna be tough, and you know they got the pitching. Yankee wise, they spent all their money on Garrett Cole.
Yeah, they put a lot of money in that.
I'm not feeling it. Judge has to stay healthy. We already know about Stanton. We know how Stanton rolls.
Exactly.
I'm not feeling them. Probably a dark horse American League team for me. I kind of started feeling them toward the end of the season last year, but then they had a lot of injuries down the stretch. Cleveland Indians. I like what the Cleveland Indians have put together over there.
So you do like them to win the Central?
Wise, yeah, I ain't feeling National League. No.
Yeah, no Dodgers, nobody around that field.
Again, think about it. Even though they just gave Mookie Betts all that paper,
Betts getting paid. Get your money, Mookie.
Mookie getting all that money, but the pitching, once again, I just don't like their pitching staff when it matters. The Dodgers should probably have 3 World Series titles, low end. This team is a team that can't put it together, man. I'm not feeling my dog.
Hey man, it's going to be interesting. I'm very interested in the 60 game because this now.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: a lot of people don't. When you had 161 games, 162 games throughout the year, you can play with lineups. You can try your pitching. Every game count, bro. Every
game count.
This is you got to make this. Every decision your manager make could lose a game or two. So this is when you better hope your manager is a good manager because he could screw up a season in a week, man. And so this is going to be It's gonna be, even though it's not gonna be fans, you better believe in your manager. This is where your managers will get fired this year if they don't do it right, because they ain't got to get it right.
Yeah, Blaze. Yes, definitely.
Especially if you got a team that could contend and you screw it up by managing or overthinking, or you think you better than the team. Oh yeah, bro, you can screw this thing up real fast, real quick. I agree with Eric. Always a team that I always look at because of in this situation, Oakland A's always seem to be one too that could.
Yeah, they pitching, man. Again, their pitching scares me. See, and with this season right here, more than anything, one injury.
Yep.
Listen.
Yeah, one injury.
No team can afford a 5-game losing streak and have arms go down this year. Dude, you have zero wiggle room. Even though they expanded the playoffs, your chances are going to be diminished if you get a losing streak or your pitching. All of a sudden, you get an injury here, an elbow there, or a 10-day IR. Dude, you tripping.
I want to ask you about that because I like I said, you're the baseball guy. The minor league systems are pretty much not doing much during the season. So if there's an injury, what are they doing to maybe offset that? Because if they lose a pitcher, they usually be able to call Richmond. If I'm talking about Atlanta or their minor league team to bring somebody. But now with the minor leagues not really playing, what are their options now?
So you have a pool. MLB came up with a pool of guys. It's like 60 to 70 guys that are in this pool that for COVID related issues or injuries, guys can dip into this pool and bring a guy up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. See? Man, we give y'all all the notes over here, man. That's some good stuff, man.
I told y'all, man, we do this for real, man. Y'all better stop listening to the memes y'all be reading. Y'all be posting stuff from clowns, man. Y'all gotta stop that.
So I tell you what, selfish reasons, I'm looking forward to all seasons. We'll talk about something that hurt my heart a little bit already because of a local team that didn't do well that we'll talk about a little bit later in the show, just already out. But anyway, I'm loving these tight seasons, and now the players gonna play, the managers all that's gotta matter, which brings me to my first story. Basketball, it felt good to see it last night, Maceo. You know what I'm saying? I was watching it last night, and the players balling, man. It ain't they taking this serious, man. I don't know about all that stuff the NBA trying to do with that fake fans and stuff, but the play is the play. Lou Will last night put up 22, it was like a game, man, and the coaches are into it. What are your thoughts, man, watching the NBA for the first time last night, bro?
We have to understand these are the best of the best. Yeah. It's the reason these guys are pros. It's the reason these guys are in the highest tax bracket. This is what they do. This is their skill set.
Right.
This is what they were put on the earth to do, get buckets. Lou Will could score in a phone booth.
It ain't nothing. You put 20 on before you wake up out of bed. You
blink. Lou Will got 20. Easy.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not surprised. Muscle memory is one heck of a thing.
Yep.
We just had to get these guys back in the environment because it all comes back.
Yep.
Fast.
Yep.
And again, this is what these guys do. I remember everybody kind of had the contention of, oh my God, this is going to be a terrible situation. If you follow and listen to a lot of the guys, they are enjoying bubble life. These guys want to play.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time. Even if an athlete is injured, never ask the athlete what they want to do, because the athlete can always tell you, I'm playing.
And you know what else with that, Maceo? This coronavirus taught a lot of people stuff can be taken away from you. So you better enjoy this. And when you get a chance to play this great game, you better play this game, man. I know some people have opted out. Okay, don't be surprised they don't ask you to come back next year, because there's some hungry fat folks out there that want to take your spot.
Right.
And this is the thing that's going on, man. So I saw some of the stars out there. I don't know who nobody tightened up Kawhi's braid before he came down. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
We could have got somebody, a sister or a cousin, to tighten them braids up before he went down there. But it's Kawhi. It's Kawhi. I understand. He
got one mission, my dog. He got one mission.
But he couldn't tighten up. I mean, it's 22 games, man. He couldn't tighten him up a little bit before he went down there.
He might not want about touching his head in this COVID season, man. He might not want about touching his head, man. His strength is in his head. He like Samson.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? I saw Joakim last night, which is an interesting sight, and Joakim Noah for the Clippers.
Welcome back. Welcome
back to the league, man. So it's gonna be interesting, and I'm geeked for it, man. I was looking at it last night. The Lakers play tonight, and I'm hearing some things. I'm just waiting to see, man. So I know we're trying to put an asterisk on this, but I'm telling everybody, you better enjoy this, man. Sports can leave you in a minute. You know, we cancel the seasons everywhere. You better enjoy it.
If you hadn't learned anything about these trying times since March, you better enjoy every bit of this thing, man, because it's crazy out here. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. What you got, man?
The Atlanta Falcons, they say that, hey, we may be able to put 20,000 socially distanced fans inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Your thoughts on that, Emmanuel Glaze?
I heard about that, and that's some of the things I thought they would probably say. I wouldn't mind. It probably will be all stadiums. We'll try to get from 15 to 20,000. I think it's going to be safe. You can separate. So, you know, I think the Dome does around, this Mercedes-Benz around 70.
71, 72, something like that. Yeah.
So you're talking about one every 4 seats, one every 5 seats that you can separate between the two. And you're talking about if you get a family of 4 that goes in there, and I'm like, shout out to I don't know, Erica might not be going. She said she gave them up, but if you got friends and all that, you can do 4, and then you can separate 4 seats in between and put them there like that. I think 15 to 20 is what they're going to shoot for. That way you can cut it off and get it on, and you have a space in between. Think about these Mercedes, these enclosed structures. It's going to be interesting to see how that works and how they measure everybody's temperature, and things of that nature, man. But the NFL is going to be probably the first sport, in my opinion, that maybe college football will try to do the fans thing. I think those will be the 2 sports that you'll see them try to sneak in fans a little bit more. I know there are some other sports that are trying, like NASCAR did recently at their event. They had some fans at their events.
They put 30,000 at the 30,000 at the shootout.
So they've done it as well. But this is going to be one where you get the combination of what they call the 3 big sports that's going to try it, and going to give it a big try. But I think by that time, people are going to probably want to go, and then you're going to have hot tickets. Even your worst teams are going to sell out for 20,000, because everybody, you can get 20,000 on your worst team, no matter what their record is. 20,000 going to show up for a football game.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting to see, but I can see 20 or 30. And I think, if you correct me if I'm wrong, they can increase if they can.
Right.
If they start with 20, that don't mean they finish with 20. They can go 30, 40 if they see it. If the numbers go down or flatten out and things get a little bit better, they could increase it from 20 if they can. Yeah.
It's a municipal issue. It's a city by city ordinance type thing. New York has already said, listen, all our venues are going to be closed this year. We're not going to let y'all have fans. But I think that's going to be one of the things, because, and I know all of this is driven. This is money driven.
Right.
And the stadium experience, that is that extra lining of the pockets.
Right. Yeah.
You got your TV money, you get the advertising. So if people don't know this, when NFL starts, pretty much in every stadium, the 100 section, nobody's going to be sitting in the 100 section. They don't want anybody that close to the field and the players. So the 100 sections are going to be covered with advertising. So they're going to put these like kind of what Georgia State does for the upper level. Yep. You have these tarps that'll be all down through the 100 level, and that the owners are selling this as advertising. So again, everything is money related. Phil Fulmer at Tennessee said, he's already on record saying we putting 100,000 in Neyland Stadium. and listen, if people crazy enough to go,
you can't stop them, man. If you open it and they pack it up with 100,000, you could be like, all we did was open the stadium. They the one that came. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it, Glaze. We've seen bars, restaurants, clubs. So if it's open, people are willing to go, and people are willing to take the chance on their health. That's them. Hey, you like it, I love it.
Hey, man. I know where I'll be watching it. Right here.
Oh, boy, without a doubt. Listen.
In Glaze Stadium.
TV sales are to the roof. A lot of great deals are going on. Hey, I recommend y'all to pick you up a 60, 70, even an 80-inch, man. Just trick a wall out of your house, man. And go get your tape measure, Glaze. Go get your tape measure.
Hold on. You just threw me off with that.
Think about this. You know the best time to buy a TV, Black Friday.
Yeah.
And Cyber Monday. So the deals are gonna be stupid. So hey, I recommend listen, your man caves and your TV areas should be chunky.
Because you got to realize, a lot of these stores that sold these electronics have been closed themselves. So now, with the football and the sports coming back, make sure, hey, boy, that's 70-inch, what they call it with the voice activation and all that, boy, it might be time to get it in, boy. It might
be smart TV is so dope right now, dude.
Smart TV, that's what it is.
Why would you leave your house with all this technology, man? Y'all tripping. I'm just saying. I know I'm gonna be watching games this year. I know I'm gonna be watching.
I mean, I might get a TV for every room just because, 20-inch everywhere, bro. Just 20, 30, 40, 60.
Walmart had again, if y'all do a lot of online shopping, last week and then a month ago, you got to watch Walmart. Walmart real tricky with it. They'll throw a TV special, and Best Buy has done it like the last couple of weeks. They'll throw a TV sale.
Yeah.
And if you catch it, dude, you can get your 65 for about 300.
Yeah, boy, you can really be spotting that thing too with that 1080p and all that stuff, whatever they call it, 5D, 5G, whatever it is around here these days.
5K, baby, 5K.
Yeah, man,
5K. Listen.
Yo, go get y'all TV, man. Go get y'all some TV.
The picture's so clear on 5K. If you watch golf on the 5K TV,
you can see the ball like that.
Listen, you're gonna grab your putter and your driver. you gonna get the hacking.
Yeah, you can be out there swinging. Yeah, man. But yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay, all right. I like that, man.
And see again, y'all got to stop listening to people who post memes and people who don't have nothing to do. Yeah, y'all know these folks don't know that, but keep listening to them. Everybody I know done picked up crazy TVs the last month and a half because they getting ready for backyard tailgate. Yeah.
They about to have movies in the backyard. They about to be doing their thing around here, man. Yeah, and that's what. And if the NFL is smart, mate.
Eagle, you get your projectile here too, Eagle. Gang.
You know I got a fence back there in that yard. So
I did what I'm trying to tell you, Glaze.
Yeah. You about to be some issues around here. Stop it, man. Stop it. I got bills to pay. I got kids going to school. You got kids going to school too. We can't be doing this.
But you go back in about 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. But 2 weeks, man, we got to be back to the grind. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to Kiera. I know you're going to do it later, but yo, man.
Yeah, Saturday. 2 chips. Morgan.
Morgan, I'm sorry.
Morgan F. Baby. Please,
Morgan.
Baby.
What is she 10?
Morgan be 11, dog. Morgan be 11.
Oh my God, we have been doing this for a while. I remember she was
doing it for a while, dog.
Yes, I remember she was 5 running around the studio, dog.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Say about 65 for 300. Yeah, Erica, we know your Zen room probably got it good, and that's Erica. We know you got it good in your Zen room.
And I told E needs to get a 70-inch. E got a wall that's perfect for a 70-inch in her little Zen room, man. She tripping.
Zen room.
Yeah, she do all this other home improvement. She might as well go on to do that too.
Yeah, she got a home. She like a Home Depot. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I told her I'm gonna start contracting her out. When people say they need some work, I'm gonna contract EI. I need my 10%.
I'm just gonna switch it to a story, man, that's come out, Maceo. We might as well go ahead and talk about it. I want to know your thoughts. I'm hearing rumors, and I think it's real. There might be a boxing match in September. Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson. Exhibition fight. There's a lot of age in this room. I thought DMX had a lot of gray on his face last night. There's going to be a lot of gray in this match. Who going to throw out what first? Their back, their knee, and their shoulder. I know everybody. Look, it was the Mike Tyson stuff was no punching back. What's your thoughts on this, man?
I blame y'all, man. They're not Glaze. I blame the worst. See, this is the problem with all of yous. As I say in all the gangster movie, all of yous. Yeah, see, y'all such prisoners of the moment. I keep telling y'all this. Listen to me. Stop being prisoners of the moment and stop, because Mike do a 35-second clip on Instagram and Facebook and the Twitter, and y'all say, "Oh, he still got it. He did." Y'all don't remember Mike Tyson's last fight. He's done.
He went to sleep.
And you really don't remember Roy Jones' last fight. A lot of y'all don't even know Roy Jones' rap career went back like his last fight.
What they call him, Glass Roy at the end?
Yeah, like listen, this the problem. See, y'all will share that crap, but real information, y'all won't share.
Won't say that.
Y'all won't share real information, but y'all excited about old ass Mike Tyson getting in the ring. Boy, stop. I won't be watching.
Y'all finna get the look, man. The body can only do so much at a certain age, man. Who gonna fall first? Who gonna slip and tear a knee? Who gonna twist a toe? Who gonna twist an ankle? And y'all gonna be like, oh, maybe this wasn't a good idea. We tell you now, it's not the greatest of ideas, man. I don't care if it's a 3-round match. Don't y'all gonna get people hurt, man. Leave this stuff alone, man. Let these old men retire. Let them punch bags and punch air and punch body bags. Don't let them punch each other. This ain't good, you know.
Hey, man, again, I blame all of y'all. Cause see, this is what happens. Hove tried to tell y'all long time ago, man. Fame is one hell of a drug.
Yeah.
And see, y'all don't see this is what happened. Mike was just working out, trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, he was trying to stay in shape.
He's trying to stay in shape.
Yeah.
He got a dude who was videotaping, and somebody uploaded it to Twitter, to Instagram, and now all of a sudden, you know, he getting gassed on y'all comments. Oh, he the baddest man on the planet. He still got it. So he like, you know what? The people might be right. Mike, you smoke too much weed, Mike. Stop.
That's gonna be my next question. Are they drug testing before the fight? Because Mike smoke every day. He got his own weed.
He got his own, like, he has his own freaking dispensary. He got a farm. This is what Mike do, man. Listen, I blame y'all, man. And listen, stop tagging me and stuff like that. I don't care. Don't tag me and stuff like that because it's trash and it's y'all fault. I blame you.
I get some old people hurt.
If I don't post it, don't bother me with it. I saw it. I see everything. Guess what I did? I scrolled on by. On by. In the great words of Greg Thompson, I just strolled on by.
I just kept it moving. I ain't no name to do it. I just kept it moving.
I ain't got time for that, man.
It's 2-1. Erica's keeping us up with the Atlanta Braves.
Are you gonna watch?
No, it's the Yankees versus my bad, Erica. It's the Yankees game.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.?
I watch it when the highlights over with. Just make sure nobody died. I'm not gonna pay for it. You know they're gonna charge.
Yeah, they're gonna charge.
They're charging big time. Yeah, nah, man, I can't do it, man. It's boxing, and I just can't do it right now. I just,
Dude, I'm still disputing that Pacquiao Mayweather charge on my cable bill.
Yeah,
it's about 4 years running.
Yeah. Shout out to Lisa. Lisa said DMX looked like the old dude at the club yesterday. He was a little, DMX said I usually take off my shirt at this particular song, but he didn't want to do that to nobody. Thank you, DMX. We didn't need to see that.
Man.
We didn't need to see that in our life yesterday. Great verses, though. Great verses.
Yeah, hey, we gonna get it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We gonna.
And that's the thing about once you get to a certain age, which brings us to what we talking about now, Mace. When you get to a certain age, you can't do stuff you did in your 20s, bro. That's why I'm like, yo, we don't want this fight, man. This could be ugly. This could be don't y'all. See, the problem with y'all gonna be expecting them same 20 and 30 Mike Tyson, same 20 and 30 Roy. They won't be the same. They won't. That jab won't jab as fast. That hook won't look the same. It won't be the same. They're gonna be tired by the third round, bro. The second round, they're gonna be that 10 miles takes a little longer to run than it does when you're younger, man. Make sure you're running miles. How the miles feeling?
Boy, they're not great. They don't feel like what I felt when I was 18 through 22. They just don't feel the same, dog. And it takes me so much longer to recover. Like, dude, I got left boot camp this morning. Dude, I was dead.
Yeah.
I was dead. And so I had to make a business decision because I was so lazy. I had to leave earlier. That's stuff I had to do. So when I took the clothes out to dry, usually I am great about just go ahead and fold them. Threw them on the bed. Got to the house, I was sitting there like, man, I can't get in the bed because I got clothes on the bed.
Where you was at?
I slid them clothes on and just got in the corner of the bed. Yeah.
Boy,
yeah.
You can find space when you're tired, boy. I just sit right here.
I was done. I was done. But everybody, I blame y'all for this. Y'all have reeled Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. up to get in this ring. I blame y'all, man. Yeah. Fame is it's one hell of a drug, man. Hov made a song about it. Him and Justin Timberlake. Go look it up. Holy Grail.
Holy Grail.
Talking about fame, man. Talking about fame.
Yeah, man. What you got, Mace?
Even Tupac, the great Tupac, say, man, give me the money, bump the fame. Let's move on, Glaze.
At least he just said he did a nap after boot camp. He said he didn't mean to.
Nap. I did a whole sleep. I was gone.
Boy, you be talking about that's another thing when you get older. You be talking about, I'm gonna take a 15-minute man. It'd be hour when you wake up. Yeah, no more naps, no more. You get some sleep in there now.
2.5 minimum. Oh no.
Ain't no 15 minutes no more.
A video that was circulating that was a very good video. Terrell Owens showed up to a Tyreek Hill workout, and listen, they raised they put $1,000 on it. Of course, nobody expected Tyreek Hill. I mean, T.O. to beat Tyreek Hill in a race, but the physique on Terrell Owens, freak of nature, man. When you saw the video clip, Glaze, what were your thoughts on T.O.? Can T.O. still play in the NFL, Emmanuel Glaze?
In the famous words of Red on Friday, no. No. Don't y'all stop gassing these guys up, man. That was 40 yards straight. That was a straight run. That wasn't that wasn't no out. That was 40 yards. Don't gas up T.O. to come back to the league, man. He's phenomenal shape, man. Yo, he looks great. But no, don't you come back to the league, T.O. Let it go. You raced a young fellow. You still got your superior talent to a lot of people. But it's a young man's game, T.O. Let that go, man. Let that go. I knew T.O. T.O. is gonna always be one of them freak of nature, man. Even in his 50s, that's gonna be able to do some things that people ain't gonna be able to do. Probably gonna be dunking and doing all kind of stuff in his 50s. But in the famous words of Macy heard, y'all must have forgot his last game. Which was about if you got a Hall of Fame ring, that means you played over 5 years ago.
You have been far removed from the game, and he didn't get in first ballot either, Glaze.
So that's right 7 years ago. So don't y'all gas that man to come back to the league. Let that man run his 40s and his 50s and his 30s and let him think, hey, that look good to you. But don't y'all gas that man to come back to the league. That was 6 years ago last time he played, and he got cut from if I'm not mistaken, he got cut from the squad.
Bro,
so let it go.
When my partner sent me that video, and the first thing he texts, he said, dude, T.O. can still play. I sent him back that song. You need to cut it. cut it. Like, dude, stop. Like, what is T.O. gonna give a team? What I mean, stop, man. Everybody, stop.
Look, it looked good for 40 yards, made sure, but y'all didn't know if it had went 10 more yards, Tyreek Hill would have been 10 yards ahead of him. That boy was still Tyreek Hill.
It's a reason they only did 40.
Gary, that's what I'm saying. But Gary,
right. You're right, Gary.
Gary, here's what you don't know. We keep hearing he still got it. He can play. Look, man, we the realest. Look, we the realest show. We real. We put real because we're gonna give y'all the real stuff.
No hot takes around here, man. No hot takes.
T.O. don't need to come back. Stop guessing that man. That's the reason why we got a Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight, because of this stuff like this.
Right.
You saw a 30-second video, and you saw a 4-second video of T.O., 5-second video of T.O. You started talking. Don't y'all quit tagging us. We ain't gonna be those. We ain't those people that gonna spend 30 minutes tomorrow. He could come back. No. We saw his last comeback. It's over. He got a ring. He got his coat. He did it in Chattanooga. He's done. Let it go. I'm sure if you get Randy Moss out there, he'll outrun his son right now. I promise you, right? That Randy Moss still a freak. But no, let that thing go, man. Let it go. Jerry Rice still can probably run some good routes. Stop it. It's over. They're done.
Dude, me and my nephew, about a month ago, when first high school dead period, he was like, oh, come out here with us. And I was only going out there to kind of facilitate and instruct. But you know, the competitor in you jump in. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I ran a series of routes. I didn't run no route past the curl though. I wasn't gonna run no corner, no post, no fly. I wasn't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it ain't the same. Like in my mind, I felt like I was moving. I made the hard outside plant before I went inside on the slant. But it probably was slow, you know. it probably was slow.
But to your head though, you were like, you got it.
Listen, I was talking trash. I was spinning the ball. Look, I ran out. It was so crazy, Glad. You know how I do. I ran out. I drove my foot. I threw the ball over my shoulder. I went to the crowd. I like the crowd out there. I got the crowd up. I ain't run no more routes. I set out about the next 6 routes.
Oh, you sound like me, man. I don't know where I was, but I was doing. Remember how we talked? We did the swim move. I did a swim move on a young dude one time. I thought I was doing something. I got past. Boy, I got home. I felt every muscle of my back was like, "Hey, bro, we don't do swim moves no more. We don't do spins. We don't do none of that. We don't do all that. We don't do that no more. It's over. The body is undefeated. Like Eric said, Father Time is undefeated. It doesn't like us. So, woo, boy.
Hey man, listen.
Stop gassing these people, man.
Y'all gotta stop gassing these folk up, man. You gotta start listen. Coach Ball today. Coach Ball said something so real today, man. I gave Coach Ball a hug because we got the little young pups. We got the young pups out there. And so, you know, they go home, you know. So you probably done went to school with some of their uncles. They know. Yeah. So one of the young Jits Thompson. First of all, the fact you call me coach told you all that you need to know. You know, you call me Coach Hurd. So that's all we need to know, that I'm not there anymore. But he was like, Coach Hurd, they say you can get it. Coach Hurd, you can get it. I said, no, I can't get it no more. I can get it for what I'm doing right now, but competing, no.
And I've seen a lot of old men who tried. The next day we don't see it for 2 or 3 days. They sore. They pull that muscle. There's muscle that we ain't supposed to use at this age that you had to use when you were young and did it. But now you ain't supposed to use. We use direct muscle where we run in a straight line and we run. You know, we lift straight up and down. We don't need to be doing all that other stuff. That's for the young muscles. For them, our muscles are straight,
bruh. I say, listen. I told the young Jit today. I say, listen. My resume is intact. You know what I'm saying? Your uncle co-signed it. Your mama them, they co-signed. That's all I need to know, man. I got video footage. We can watch the video, but as far as us going over there on that field, and I'm not doing that, dude. I'm walking to the car. That's what I did. I walked to the car.
Yeah, man. I know, boy. Last time I coached, I got young kids, 8th grade, hit me very hard. I was like, yo, stop. We ain't supposed to be hitting it hard, man. This is, I got to pack it.
If I got a football in my hand and if I walk and I hit my elbow on the door or something, I'm fumbling.
It's over, Mace. You know, I can tell you one thing. I ain't stripping no quarterback no more. First of all, if I get to him, by the time I get there, he done threw the ball and ran 50 yards. Nah, man, it's over, man. It's over.
The last catch of my career was a 25-yard completion against Arkansas Pine Bluff. I'm done.
And you got it, man. You got it. See. And I saw when you did your flag football and your touch football, you were quarterback, and I saw you smart guy.
Bro, they told him, man, go run some routes. Boy, stop.
I throw you the routes. I ain't running it. What am I gonna do? Run a straight, what they call a get back. That's the route every time. I'm giving you 2 yards of catch, baby.
Number hitches.
Hitches. That's all you're gonna hear. Blade, can you go hitch and go? No, ain't no go. It's hitch.
Oh my God. Boy, you crazy.
It's hitch. Hey man, keep it moving, man. We just want to talk about some Atlanta team. We watching MLS. I just got to bring this up, man. 3 straight games, 3 straight losses, not even 1 goal, and they're out of the round already. A team that was, I know we got some big stars that were missing from 2 years ago, but wow, 2 years removed, man. And dang, man, we out the tournament. What's your thoughts, dude? You know, with that.
Look at our squad, man. We were relying on Barco to play the role of the king.
Yeah.
I didn't expect anything. We've been so dependent on number 7, one Joseph Martinez since our inception, bro. I'm not shocked, Glaze. I'm not shocked. We've covered this team since they started, Glaze. So the fact that we were struggling to score points, I said, yeah, okay. Just get a goal.
And like
just get a goal.
And like you say, man, we didn't know how important. We know how important Joe. Now I ain't gonna say that. We know how important Joseph is. That's our guy to score. Golden Boot winner last year, doing it all, did what he do. Yo, that was, Frank is Frank has got no goodwill in this city because people looking at him like, hey, you ain't brought nothing here since you've been here. 2 years straight, we've been out, and you what's going on, Frank? You talked all that trash, was mad at the media one day, and now we still looking at you like, what are you gonna do, Frank? This your team, and this is the best we getting. You knew Joseph was out, but just look bad, man, and not even to get 1 goal, Mace. That sucks. That sucks.
And just from a developmental standpoint, I mean, we just know this, and this applies to every sport. You can't just rely on one guy. It's a team sport for a reason. You got to have multiple guys who can make plays. Somebody's going to go down. So you have to be able to have another guy ready to play. And listen, even if, as he was saying, John's supposed to be our guy, but who to say he ready for that smoke on that stage? Listen, everybody can't make plays, baby. Let's just keep it real. Everybody can't make plays, man. It's just some of y'all are just not in you. When the lights come on, some people have it, some people don't, man. I mean, that's in every sport. So again, I wasn't shocked, Glaze. I was like, this is about what I expected. Shout out to
Hey man, I just looked at it though. It's looked like Arthur, one of those guys that probably looking like, yo, no, that's that's been a winning formula for us, and now you got us going this trend. No, look, our soccer community is strong in this city. We ain't finna go backwards because you trying to fit your way of play into something that ain't working. It ain't working, dog. It ain't.
And we've been so dependent again. Like I say, we've been so dependent on 7.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm glad, COVID-19 actually probably saved it because this season would have probably been more of a disaster without him. So, we saw the effects, and listen, clearly the boy has to go, and he got to go back to the drawing board. They got probably do a better job of scouting, developing, but you have to be able to find the guy. Because even though Joseph is back, kicking and running, doing all this thing, who to say he gonna be the same when he come back?
That's a good point too, man. COVID probably saved us from a season of humiliation the way they look, and that's was it's you're right. This probably was a good thing for us to see, and hopefully the Atlanta Brass, the United look at this and say, nah, bro, this ain't the move we need to be making, and just already out. It just sucks. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm spoiled. After 3 years, bro, I'm spoiled. We going. We got it. We in the tournament, baby. Now it's like we go home and look, Atlanta sports, we struggle. We got to count on the Braves, man, because the Hawks ain't playing, the United ain't playing, so we got to go with the Braves now. Come on, Braves, we need something, bro.
Yeah,
we need something.
It's crazy.
We need something. What you got, brother?
Let's talk Washington Football Club. What a bad month for those guys. over there in Virginia, because they not in DC. They over in Arlington, Virginia, at a terrible FedEx Field. That stadium is awful. I can't stress to you. I've never seen a new awful stadium. It is awful.
So,
Trash. I mean, couldn't happen to a better team. But Glaze, your thoughts on these guys continuing to have a bad month, man? They've had a bad month.
So let me get this straight. You fought and say you wasn't changing the Redskins name, and then you changed it. Now you got a bunch of horny toes in your office who are about to get a whole bunch of Me Too's coming in. They're about to get all that. These ladies pissed because they like, and you had a rough day. Y'all got to respect these women in your offices, man. Y'all think y'all, and I bet I know it don't matter where they look, but I bet it's some old, just nasty dudes thinking they can hit because they got a title. Just because you got a title, man, stop. Treat these women with respect. But it's about to get y'all getting into it. And now you say, hey, we're going to name our team the Washington football team. Huh? We're going to change it later, but right now it's the Washington football team. Y'all going to sell jerseys with that? Oh, yeah. Washington football. Are y'all a soccer team? Are y'all a football? Not football, football team?
Football.
Y'all football team. So Dan Snyder, that people want that head on a platter now, because I don't see, we have had, going back to what we talked about a little bit earlier, we can go back to Gary in Charlotte, the way he had to do his departure because of some of the things that went on in his front office and his office. Yep. Washington needs a facelift, and I ain't never been to FedEx, but the way you just described a bad new stadium or a terrible new stadium,
awful, awful.
And this is just his leadership is being heavily questioned right now. And this ain't like the WNBA. The NBA the NFL is a very sought after product. There are a lot of people lining up to buy this team.
We'll
love to change this name.
Yeah,
and change something else.
Cash him out.
Cash him out quick. So he better be careful, Dan. Dan, I think you probably woke up every morning thinking your stuff didn't stink, but now it does stink. It stinks like it smells terrible.
To the high heavens.
And they coming after your ass, brother. They coming after your ass, and you better get it clean. You better clean house. You thought you were gonna do something with the little football team because you didn't want no problems. You didn't want to name it the Red Tails. You were like, I ain't gonna do that. So all right, so we're gonna call it the Washington football team. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's what you get.
But it's crazy to their credit. I think a few of the names that they want, of course, licensing. You got to find out whatever name you have. You got to go and check and see, do somebody own it. Now you got to figure out, okay, how much is this person gonna sell it? The name he want, probably somebody holding it hostage.
Yeah. So Dan's stubborn. He's stubborn.
Oh yeah.
And but you know what? You can say what you want to, Mason, but I got a feeling you don't feel too bad for this squad. I mean, you don't.
Couldn't happen to a better team, dude. Couldn't happen to a better team. I'm waiting on the shoe to fall on that team in Philadelphia, who everybody keep going on about. I'm like, dude, like your backup quarterback won a Super Bowl. Leave. What are we doing here? Get out your feelings, man. Leave me alone. Don't talk me to death about Carson Wentz. He ain't won no Super Bowl. What has he done?
Yeah. Listen at you, man.
Yeah. What has he done, Glaze? I mean, when you can tell me what Carson Wentz has done, him and the Wentz wagon, when you tell me what he's done, then I'd be like, okay. Until then,
yeah,
leave me alone. Don't talk me to death.
Shout out to Lisa. Yeah, you're gonna watch some goals. Go to Premier League, Lisa, because you're gonna watch some pretty good. You're gonna see some good football over there. Because
and
football,
and they got fans in the stands.
Yeah, so it's a good idea, Lisa. I might go watch some of that overseas and just enjoy that for a while. If I want some good football or some soccer, I'm gonna go watch that because there's some terrible stuff going on around.
We definitely not getting it in the ATL. Definitely not getting it.
I can't let you go, Mace. I got to talk about this because of your connection and what you've done for years in the sport. Your thoughts on GHSA, and this is a local thing for us and playing the football. What are your thoughts on it? What do you feel? What are you hearing about the games going on? I think we're going to play. So just give me your thoughts on what the GHSA ruling was about continuing to play, and what's your thoughts on it?
So this was crazy, Glaze. Prior to that emergency meeting that they had that Monday, it had pretty much been decided that there was going to be no high school football season. I mean, that was like a press conference was getting ready to be held to basically tell everybody, listen, we're going to have no high school football. In the 11th hour, a couple of big name groups got together and they was like, listen, let's present this to the GHSA. Let's tell them why we need high school football being played this year. And listen, 12-8, it was decided that we're going to move the season back 2 weeks. We'll start in September as opposed to in the middle of August. Right. Now I'm concerned, and one of the things we've talked about a lot, resources.
Yeah,
I just don't see how are they going to test these kids? How are they going to keep the kids safe? And so now let's just think about everything is virtual now. So at practice starts usually at 4. So and some out of OTP schools, they probably don't have this issue as much as ITP schools. How are we getting these kids to practice? How are they getting back home? What time is practice? It's just so many things that go into, because I mean, Glaze, you play high school ball. We know that when you're in the school building at 3:15, bell ring, you get to your locker room, you get dressed, and you go to practice. I mean, am I going to be mad that my quarterback can only come to practice Monday and Tuesday?
Yep.
And I expect him to play on Friday. It's just so much going on. I can't think of Tucker's head coach right now.
That's a great interview. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
great interview.
His interview, he was like, "Listen, I was shocked that because again, Glaze, it had been decided. They were ready to make an announcement that high school football was canceled. I told a couple of good friends, hey, we're not having high school football. But then we saw they had that special meeting, and they figured it out. I just don't see how we're gonna get these kids tested, and if we get an outbreak of kids at a particular school, so does that team forfeit that week after team play? How are we do Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon? Do we test these kids again, and then figure out how do we move, dude? I'm surprised that we're going to try to play high school football. I'm surprised.
On top of that, Mace, not only the OTP, when we say OTP, everybody, that means outside the perimeter of Atlanta, inside the perimeter. But Georgia's a lot of rural counties, man. This is a big state of rural counties, dude. So you're talking now, I think about like the Lincoln counties and the smaller schools and all that is still playing. I'm thinking, like you saying, once you get to work, but when they go home, in college sports, in college, the D1, they can quarantine their players. They can put them in one bubble and play.
Right.
Then they go home and they're around only each other.
Right.
These high schoolers, once they go home, they're going around mamas, grandmamas, aunts, cousins, and people who may be sick. They ain't being quarantined and put anywhere else, man. And then you look at, like you just said, some schools can afford testing quicker because of their budgets, and we talk about certain schools who have 250,000 liquid and stuff like that. A lot of schools don't have 250,000 liquid. They can't just have a doctor ready to go and putting a quick Q-tip up their nose and have that test back before Monday. They're doing it, man. It's. I'm surprised they went 12-8. I thought it'd have been the other way around. More concerned about that, and just purely because of there are too many counties that play football that don't have the facilities and the things that a lot of people do. And it's going to be very interesting, especially since so many cities and counties have decided to do virtual schooling. Like you said, what used to save a lot of us when we didn't have all those rides, all we had to do was walk to the field. You know what I'm saying? That was it. After the school, when that bell rang, we just went to the gym.
Walk right out the back door. Walk right out the back door.
And if you were an athlete, you had gym late anyway, so you just went to your locker room, threw your stuff on, and got ready for practice. That ain't gonna be the case now, bro.
Y'all had that. Y'all had a real program. Y'all had weight training last period. We didn't. We was in. I was sitting in English.
I had it.
No.
Oh no, we cleaned our schedules up for our last few periods. Was
here we go.
So we can just go to practice.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
And we watched film and everything.
We didn't have that luxury manual. We didn't have that luxury manual. I was an English class period. Yeah.
No, we got rid of that early in the day. We took care of all that English and stuff and focused on sports at the end of the day. That's our goal.
You damn show off. You.
Sorry about that, Max. I thought all programs did that today. That team.
They just started doing that lately. A lot of programs have finally stepped into, what winning programs been doing for a long time. And to your point, Glaze, I was I was reading the mandates the NFL have in place. They have the biotech company that's doing they got the contract for the NFL. They're turning these tests around to 24 hours.
Yeah.
The NFL has dedicated $75 million to COVID-19 testing for these guys. And again, they're getting and just think about this. In regular society, like my first COVID test, I got it. It took me 4 days to get the result. Then, like a month later, they had to test us again. It took like 7-8 days. And I think they're saying now, like the average time people are getting like 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
NFL, NBA, everybody who have the resources, I'm going to keep hammering this point home. They're getting the results in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So they know immediately, okay, he got it. Send him away, send him to quarantine. I know 2 universities that have rented out, basically like they've rented out a hotel. And you have your quarantine guys, on the guys, the COVID guys, they're on the floor, and then they have a workout that they have to do, but they're quarantined. Your non-quarantine guys, they are in their bubble, and as we see, we're getting the test results for all these people fast because they've paid for and outfitted companies that can do this at this rate.
Yeah.
High school football don't have those kind of resources. And think about this, Glaze. All of these kids so I see now what coaches are basically telling the kids, okay, look, they say we're having a season. So why don't y'all stay away from your trainers, stay away from all this stuff, stay in the house and focus on getting ready for your season? Well, they've been training and doing all of this stuff all summer. Well, basically all year since we had the COVID thing.
Yeah.
And they hadn't been getting tested.
Yeah. And and speaking on that, I know a couple of high schools I've seen have already put things out for the next 2 weeks, nothing, quarantine. They have already started telling their players 2 weeks, we don't want you to do anything because we're going to have a season. Now we got to shut down things, let y'all stay away from us. Hopefully don't catch nothing.
Right.
And then come back and ready to play because of what you just said. This is what I'm saying. A Power 5 school have millions of dollars to do this. A high school don't. And you got to think about some of the high schools, the bigger schools, even though they got money, they have like hundreds of players on the team from this to this. They can't be, what do you think that's a lot of tests they got to do. Are you going to take tests from the local people for the high schour? I mean, this is
the test not cheap. The
no,
test is not cheap.
Oh, and that's like, that's the thing, man. It's I know we want to play. And I know we can do, but dog, we are too far behind in tests. Like you say, we are 7 to 10 days to get a test for regular people.
Right.
And now you're trying to squeeze it in for high school, colleges and pros, the money schools and the money teams. They can do this. And like Erica said, Major League Baseball doing it daily. They're going in real quick every day.
They have resources. And again, so one of my good friends whose son is at a Big Ten school right now. And he's all, man, this anti this. So I'm like, but you allowed your son to go to school.
Yeah.
If you're so adamant about what's going on, why did you take your son to school?
Yeah.
You took your son to school because you didn't want him to get behind anybody. Right. You want him to kind of have the same even playing field. And listen, the NCAA and pretty much all the universities have basically said, listen, if you decide not to play, we're not going to hold that against you. Right. Emmanuel Glaze, what happens when you don't, if it's voluntary workout and you don't show up to voluntary workout, Emmanuel Glaze, what happens to you?
All right, he goes to that. He goes to starter. He's going here, but that's the starter now because he's made all his voluntary. This guy here. Oh, this guy, he missed a couple too, so we're gonna bring him on down here. Oh, but don't worry about it. No. Do what you gotta do. No, it's voluntary. Yeah.
Like, man, y'all stop playing with me, man. Like, stop playing.
Yeah, it's voluntary. Don't worry about it. You good.
And Glaze, this is the issue. And so, like, and that's what I tell my buddy. Well, since you taking such a hard stand, why don't you be the one to lead the community and basically say, hey, my son is at this school on a full scholarship. We're not playing this year.
Okay, you don't have to. We'll just stick him right there. We'll put him right here on the depth chart. He'll be down here. He'll be a year behind. While this guy here who came, he'll be ready to go. He'll be ready.
Listen. Don't talk me to death.
Yeah,
and that's what we're doing a lot of, and that's why I listen. I totally respected what Tucker's head football coach said.
Yeah.
Listen, a lot of those. Listen, Glaze. When I tell you, I talked to enough coaches who was like, "Hey, man, I got to find me something." Like, a lot of coaches were looking for like part-time jobs, or they were just trying to find something to do because they were sitting there like, "Bro, what am I going to do without my season?" And then you get this, like, "Wait a minute, hold on, whoa, we gonna play?" Wow.
And a lot of things may show. We used to see those kids go what they go home to. So we now understand, like, that guy from Tucker probably like, man, I know what 70% of my kids are going home to and how they trying to get here. So now I got to put in probably extra work to make sure they get to practice who want to get to practice. We got to figure out how they can catch rides. Let's go back to old school football at the park now. It's trying to figure out who's going to be able to catch a ride. What time should we do practices? Should it be later? Should it, how we going to get to make sure they get to the school on time for the games now when they got to travel? All that's got to be played in, because now school ain't in. So they can't just leave, like you said. And I'm telling y'all, you get a chance. That was a great, the guy from Tucker, the head coach of Tucker, he was just real. Everybody want to play, but you got to put everything into the equation, man. And that's the biggest thing.
We all listen. We're all fiending for sport.
Yeah.
But we just have to be smart about it. And that's just the whole point. Like I say, I didn't have a problem when I got the phone call to say, hey, we ain't having high school football. I like, no, listen, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect it.
I respect it.
And I respect it because as a parent and as a former coach, I know what goes into it. And yes, are we concerned what these kids would do without a season? Well, listen, they were taken out of school. They survived all this time. It's a time for them to do a lot of other little things. And listen, they can stay sharp in the front yard, in the driveway. They run every day, but everybody want to run to the trainer. They want, because everybody wants an edge. And that's what I tell my homeboy. I say, listen, lead the charge.
Yeah.
Tell everybody you're not sending your son to that Big Ten school.
Yep.
Y'all gonna stay home. Y'all gonna take classes at Atlanta Metro. And in a year, let's see if his scholarship's still available.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know it's dangerous out there. And that's the thing, man. And what else I hate May Show is non-thinking. Like, it's so quick decision. I hate it. Because everybody was kind of cocky with this. Well, through the summer, we'll be done with this. And it didn't go anywhere. So now they made a quick decision, like you say, 12-8 to decide to keep going. Let's finish up with this May Show. We will talk about it all day, man. Let's finish up with our versus yesterday. Snoop still look like he 102 pounds. That boy ain't gained a pound since the 213 days. Snoop still can give you a concert. He still cared, but DMX got a me problem. That gut makes you a little bit more tired, and he started drinking. That thing got rough. But, man, hits after hits. If you didn't get a chance to see it, go to Versus TV and watch it yesterday. They got it up there. One of the great battles I like, because even though Snoop catalog was ridiculous, DMX got some, get at me, dog. It's shit at me, dog. Give us your wrap up of yesterday, man. That versus.
Dude, listen, and you saw I posted this last night. The culture won last night.
Yeah.
To have two guys in the studio. So like I thought Fab and Jada's versus was very good. But Fab and Jada aren't the type stars that Snoop and DMX are. Again, at one point, nobody wanted to see X. Nobody wanted to see X. And we know Snoop. I always say this. I think Snoop is probably the most recognizable rapper in the world. Snoop can go anywhere. Snoop good for life, man. And listen, think about 92 when Doggy Style dropped in the AU Center. Every car that passed through the AU Center was playing a different song from Doggy Style. Dude, it was
I saw somebody.
He killed it. Snoop's catalog is phenomenal. But like you say, hey man, X is that dude too.
Everybody was saying Snoop only had one complete album, and I said, y'all don't realize Doggy Style was there's no way he could have topped that album.
No,
he could have played every song off of that album. We'd have been like, and we knew the lyrics to every song on that album. When he played the little Bow Wow cut, I want to be an MF and gangster. That thing, you started jamming because you knew it was coming up next. But at one time, I tell everybody, DMX had 1 year had 2 or 3 albums out at the same time in the top 100 on the Billboard, because that's how hot X was at one time. And give a shout out. Y'all don't realize how great Swiss Beats was, but Swiss Beats did damn near 90% of X's album, and you kept hearing Swiss after Swiss, and then he did the Rough Rider anthem, and he did this, and then hey man, look, I'm telling y'all, I try not to be that dude. I try to be that old dude who listened to this new hip hop and say, y'all got some. Last night just showed me y'all ain't got hip hop like we had hip hop. I'm saying it right now. The 90s, late 90s, early 90s, and boy, Snoop started off with Deep Cover, Mace. You know how dope Deep Cover was to start your Deep Cover, bro.
What you want to do? What you want to do? I got the game, the 22.
Oh, what? Then he pulled out G thing. Did he? Come on, man.
Glaze. And Snoop can do any style you want. You want gangster albums? I got that. You want tracks for the ladies? I got that. Dog, he did Beautiful. Dog, you forget how tight Beautiful is. And dog, the first time I saw DMX a concert, it was a Rough Rider Rockefeller concert.
Oh,
dude. So they do this. Before X come out, they had like the little movie come on where they like breaking out of jail or whatever. So they couldn't get the screen. They couldn't get the screen. They couldn't get the TV going. So X got impatient. X say, yo, Swiss, F that Swiss, let's go. He just started grinding. He just walked on the stage.
Just grinding. That's all he needed to do. Give him a mic, man. Let him go.
Swiss wasn't even ready, dog.
Just quit on it.
F that Swiss, let's go. And Swiss, give me that beat, Swiss.
And then when you know how dope I know Snoop was when he played C Murders.
Oh boy, yeah, for my hitters.
Yeah, for my hitters. And we were like, we forgot Snoop was on there.
Listen, I forgot how many hits he had with No Limit.
No Limit. That was a whole other era for him.
I forgot.
He had the Death Row, the No Limit, then he went on his own. Even the East Sider thing he did was, you remember the East Siders when he hit with them?
Oh, man. I'm sitting here, and so I kept saying, X gonna hold that. How's it going down? He's probably gonna finish with how's it going down. But I forgot what the bees want from her. I forgot. I'm like, man, X got hits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then when they pulled Money, Power, Respect out,
dude,
when they hit that Money, Power, Respect,
bro, when he did Money, Cash, Hoes, man. Snoop say, oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't.
Then he did that joint where he did his lyrics with the LL Method Cannabis cut, man. Oh man, yo. Dude. One of the greatest ones, man. That was one of the greatest ones, guys. Y'all got to check it out. Versus, I watched it because I was a fan, But I think I almost got arrested in Publix parking lot because I was jamming my butt off like a fool. Boy, I was getting it in that Publix parking lot. I was head bobbing and growling like I was crazy and stuff, man. Hey, man.
So I got to ask you this to close, Glaze, because I got this question today from one of the young gunners. Who want to see Drake in the versus battle? That's the $1 million question. Who want to see Drake in a versus battle?
And I'm gonna hold this because of Drake has so many one hits that he's had, and it'll be tough. That's tough, dog. I don't.
Glaze, listen what I'm telling you, Glaze. I went and got in my Drake bag last night. I went and got my Drake bag, and I say, listen, he don't miss much.
Drake's put out about 12 albums in 2 years because he put out a lot of albums, and he know how to build bangers. I'm telling y'all right now, you only live once. YOLO is probably by itself ridiculous. People forget that's his cut, YOLO. The stuff he's done with like Travis Scott and people like that with Lil Wayne. That's a big catalog Drake got. I don't know. I don't know. I got people in my head, but I don't know if they have the catalog Drake has because Drake can go back and forth with it.
He can. Drake has given us so many summer anthems, dog. Like I say, dog, I like, man. Let me jump in my Drake bag and see what's popping. Listen,
you know what you can do, man. You got iTunes, right?
DJ Khaled. You heard the song he got with DJ Khaled? Pop star.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
He don't miss, Glaze. He don't miss.
Yeah. I might have froze, man.
Uh-oh. I hear you now. I hear you. Somebody in this house tripping. The beauty of technology, everybody. I'm going to get Glaze a Wi-Fi booster. That's the key. Wi-Fi booster. Hey, baby, we finna sign off and see if Glaze jump back in. Again, the dopest sports show on radio, man. It's the Crush, man. We gone. We'll holler, baby.
Hey, it's me, man. My computer. Trying to get closer to my Wi-Fi. So hold on. See if we get Mace back on. Keep it going. Yeah, I apologize on that. That's all my fault. Had to move to a different area, get a little tighter up here. So I'm see if I can get Mace back. So we keep it going, man. So keep it going. We got to keep it going. We'll end the show right. See if we get him to come back on. Thank you guys for listening, man. Shout out to everybody paying, with the notes and everything, man. Last night versus was one of a kind, one of the greatest ones. I loved it. Just like Snoop said, I love it, man. Just doing his thing. Eric, what's the score now? You still on, Eric? What's the score? You got it? So I need to check on the score myself. Yeah. Yeah, man, I might have lost him. But hey, man, I want to thank everybody for coming on. Thank you for joining us this week. It was a great show. Check it out. We'll be streaming live on YouTube. The Crush, y'all. Sorry about that. These internets, you got to get in. I'm probably going to have to start moving in here anyway. So shout out to everybody who watched. Keep it good, man. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace.